Welcome back. In this video, we're going to add the swipe to delete feature, and in the next video, we're going to create a background so that it looks a little better. So in order to have a swipe to delete feature, we're going to go to the home view, and inside of the home view, I will add a dismiss state. So I need a dismiss state, which is going to be of type remember dismiss state. And by the way, there are multiple different ways how you can achieve a swipe to delete feature. And I'm just going to show you one that worked for me. I tried multiple different ones and they all create new problems. So basically I have this dismiss state and I can pass what kind of dismiss state I want to have there. And I'm going to use a confirm state change that is going to basically check if it is dismiss, and it's going to be dismiss value dot dismissed to end, or it is dismissed, or here dismiss state dismissed to start. In both situations, I want to do the following: view model dot delete wish. And which wish? Well, the wish that we get from up here. So that's what happens when we do the delete, and I just need to add true here at the bottom as the lambda. So basically it's just going to check for the state change. Now this is just the dismiss state. So what should happen once we dismiss? So that's what this thing does. Now let's look at how we can actually swipe to dismiss. And there is this composable called swipe to dismiss, which needs a dismiss state and it needs a background. Now the background for now is just going to be an empty background. Later on, we're going to add a UI to it. So another composable, which will make it a little better. Now we can also, or we also have to set up a few more parameters here. So we have the state, we have the background, then here I'm going to add a direction, so a set of directions, so basically a list of multiple directions, and here we can set the dismiss directions that we want to have. And I want to have start to end as well as end to start. So here dismiss direction and to start. Here you can define whether you want to be able to swipe from left to right or from right to left. Basically, that's what this thing does. Then there is also this thing called dismiss thresholds. So dismiss thresholds basically indicates at which point it is going to dismiss, well, how much you need to drag in order for it to do anything and dismiss it. So that's what this fractional threshold is going to do. And I'm just using something that is outdated in a way here, or at least it says it's deprecated, but it doesn't give me a proper alternative. So as I said, I tried multiple different things, and with features like this, if they just don't want to work with the latest version in a way that it was supposed to do, then just use something that works. That's how coding works sometimes. Well, you cannot get around it. So then you also need to define what the dismiss content should be. And the dismiss content, actually, if you use dismiss content, you don't need to add anything in the brackets here. So this swipe to dismiss, either you have the dismiss content as a property or you have the dismiss content inside of the brackets afterwards. But basically what I want to have as dismiss content is going to be my wish item. So this is the content that I want to be able to dismiss after swiping. And it is my wish item, which basically is just the user interface, the composable item that we can click on in order to go to a different screen. So now this by itself will work, but it will cause a problem. So this is what I had initially planned to do, similarly to what we see here. But then let me add a few entries, and you see I have again, I had to play around with entries again because it just didn't seem to want to work. What I prepared for beforehand just didn't want to work either. So I finally found a proper solution. So if I delete now, you see it deletes it, but then there's this like number 5 is suddenly gone. What happened there? Well, the thing is there's a little workaround for this, and that is to add here at the wish list value, just add this little piece here which says key is going to be a wish, which is going to give us the wish.id. So that's crazy, huh? This little piece here really just does the trick. So let me show you again. Now we should see 5, 6, and 7 because we didn't delete 5, we deleted 4. So you see 5 is still there. So let me swipe now and you see it just goes off. So that's it. So this is swipe to delete. This is how you can basically delete items after swiping, and they're also gone from our database because that's what this delete wish takes care of here at this point. So let's check if our entries that we are going to make still allow us to go into the detail mode, and we can see they still do. Let's actually test that with another entry here like so, and let's go into one and we see it actually does work. So it does give us the right version. So that's that. In the next one, we're going to make it look a little prettier. So we're going to add a feature that allows us to basically make this part here, there's no background behind it, make it look a little better. So see you in the next one.